Well, definitely, and it's the results, as you said, were quite in line. They just had a one-time impact, but that was called out before the results itself. So definitely not too much wrong with the numbers. I think it's the commentary that might have gotten the street a bit disappointed, and that's why hence the stock reaction. So they have said that in commentary, motorcycle industry saw 1 to 2% growth during the festive season. Now, do know this is just the 10 to 12 days of the 9 days of Navratri and ongoing couple of days post that. So they've said that only 1 to 2% growth for the industry as a whole. They've also said that this has been falling short of the expectation of about a 5 to 6% growth that they had expected specifically from the festive period time frame. And I think this is the point which the street has taken to a disliking to specifically. Management is hopeful of a demand recovery in this festive season and in Q3 specifically as well. And they're expecting the festive season to end with roughly about a 3 to 5% year-on-year growth for this particular quarter. Now, apart from that, before I go to brokerages, there is that they had grown roughly 12% in the first half of the financial year, so from April to roughly September. And they had mentioned that second half will be slower than the first half, but growth will be there. So expecting about a 10 to 11% growth is what the management has said. I think this is just a blip in festive season that is something that is a bit negative. Now MK, they've downgraded the stock today. Target price 9,500 has been raised from 8,300 earlier, but is downgraded to a sell from a reduced rating. And they said that the Q2 was marginally weak on lower average selling prices of the motorcycle, and that also was affected because of gross margins. Market share has been lost in the 125cc segment. That's a key negative that MK highlighted. And they also mentioned that something like a Hero MotoCorp is much more preferable at 22 times price to earnings for FY26 versus 32 for Bajaj before the share price fall. And TVS as well as improved growth prospects. And City also had a slightly negative view. They have a target price of 7,800, much lower than the current market price. And this was also lower from 7,900. And the key thing that they mentioned was, they are a tad surprised with the festive demand outlook that the management has highlighted. And they noticed that the industry will only grow about 1 to 2%, which we spoke about. What's interesting is that the retail data, as per Vahan portal, has been 12% growth in the festive season. So it's essentially that the company has given lesser stock to the dealers, and more so the stock reaction is because of the expectation of high growth in the festive season. So it should, it'll be interesting of what happens in the festive season during the sales month. So by the end of this month, it'll be interesting to see what the sales outlook and the numbers come in. But overall, I think it's the expectation that is causing the stock price to fall, at least in today's trades. And as you rightly said, more than 100% growth in the last 1 year in terms of returns. Back to you.